You ever had one of those people in your life, absolutely terrible for you, but for some reason you just can't shake them? Yeah, it's a story we all know. And today, we're going to get into the raw psychology behind that magnetic, chaotic energy.
So let's just jump right in. The big question is, why can some of the absolute worst partners feel like the best, most intense lovers we've ever had? You've blocked their number, you've sworn them off, but your body, it just doesn't seem to get the memo. So what is going on?
And we are not going to sugarcoat it. Nope. We are going to pull apart the mechanics of toxic attraction. No fluff, no judging, just a straight-up look at what's really happening under the hood.
And here's the thing you gotta understand. This isn't some romantic trope or a myth. There are real, science-backed reasons for this kind of intense connection, and they're rooted in both psychology and our own brain chemistry.
Okay, so let's start with the first piece of the puzzle, the psychological motivation. It all begins when you realize that for a toxic person, intimacy isn't what you think it is. It's a performance.
And this, right here, gets to a huge difference in how they see the world. For most of us, right, intimacy is about bonding, about a shared experience. But for a toxic individual, oh no. It's a competition. The goal isn't to connect with you. The goal is to win you, to be so good they become unforgettable.
This one mindset shift changes everything. You see, you aren't a partner in the experience, you're the audience. Their entire focus is on putting on a spectacular show, one so memorable that it leaves a permanent mark on you.
And you know, it kind of makes a twisted sort of sense. When your self-worth is all tied up in what other people think of you, you practice the things that get you that validation. They study your reactions, they learn your patterns, not to connect, but to perfect their performance and make damn sure you never forget them. So what's the big takeaway here? That incredible passion you felt? It wasn't about love, not even a little bit. It was a carefully crafted act designed to control the situation and embed themselves in your memory. Super romantic, isn't it?
Okay, so we've got the psychology down. Now let's get into the chemistry of it all, because this is where it gets really interesting. We're talking about one specific neurotransmitter that fuels this whole crazy dynamic, dopamine.
So, quick science lesson, just in case. Dopamine is the chemical of craving and reward. It's the, ooh, what's that chemical? It's what makes you seek out new and exciting things. It's that hit of anticipation, that buzz of novelty.
And here is the absolute key. Toxic people are very often dopamine junkies. They thrive on stimulation, on intensity, on the next hit of excitement. That chaos that follows them around, it isn't just a byproduct of their personality. It is the literal fuel their brain runs on.
And this is why their energy feels so intoxicating at first. They're hyper-present, wildly passionate. It's all so excitingly unpredictable. And in that moment, you are their fix. You're the source of their next dopamine hit.
But here's the wild part. You get pulled right into it. It's like this biochemical rave happening in their brain, and you get an invite. Their dopamine surge is contagious. Your own nervous system literally syncs up with theirs, and suddenly, you're both high on the same chemical. It feels like magic. But here's the catch with dopamine. It's fickle. It doesn't care about stable, comfortable connection. It only cares about novelty. So once that initial high fades and the novelty wears off, their brain starts itching for a new fix. And a lot of the time, that means a new person, leaving you sitting there wondering what on earth just happened. Okay, so this next part, it can be a little tough to swallow, but it is so essential for seeing the whole picture. It's the realization that this whole intense experience, it was never really about you. Just let that sink in for a second. You were the stage, not the story. The stage is absolutely essential for the play, right? But the play is never about the stage. You were the setting for their drama, but you were never the main character.
Toxic individuals often don't see other people as complete, complex human beings with their own lives and feelings. Instead, they see them as mirrors, as shiny surfaces they can use to project their own needs, their fantasies, their insecurities onto.
So, if you made them feel powerful or desired or seen, you became their obsession. But it wasn't about you, it was about the feeling you gave them. You were a source of stimulation. In essence, congratulations. You were their emotional Red Bull. All right, let's pull all these threads together and really redefine what we're talking about here. This is where we have to separate the feeling of intensity from the reality of intimacy.
Let's circle all the way back to our original question. With all this psychological and chemical context, can we say they're actually better? Well, it completely 100% depends on how you define that word.
I mean, if your definition of better is theatrical, intense, impulsive, maybe a little bit dangerous, then yeah, absolutely. They are Olympic-level performers. But if better means genuine connection, emotional safety, and real vulnerability, it's not even in the same league. Not even close.
And that feeling, that electric spark that we all chase, a lot of the time, it's just your nervous system in a state of chaos. It's adrenaline and dopamine lighting up at the same time, and your brain just mislabels it as deep, passionate chemistry, even while your body might be screaming, danger! And this table right here, this lays it all out, crystal clear. Toxic attraction is driven by dopamine, craving, novelty. It feels like chaos and anxiety, and the reality of it is just pure intensity. But a healthy connection, that's built on oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It creates a feeling of safety, which is what allows for real, vulnerable intimacy.
And that's really the bottom line here. Toxic partners feel unforgettable, not because of deep love, but because of deep stimulation. So if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Intensity isn't intimacy. It's just the bright, dazzling fireworks right before everything goes dark.